Shalom, 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 shalom. Peace and greeting. This is your Kim Folk, Jose Omar, the real, saying good morning. One of those morning monkeys and parrots things. But this one's about the food snap thing that everybody is being disrespectful about, and why the women and men feel the way they do. That we want our food stamps. Yeah, we want all our benefits. Yes. See, because we're the only nation on the planet that literally had their whole ID, everything taken. Somebody else is giving all our benefits, all our land, giving everything. The least you can do is give the people who you robbed the identity, the language, the blood, the technology. You ciphered everything from them. So yes, the least you can do is give them those food stamps. Give them the $200, $500 a month check. And yes, take care of them babies, because when you took the land called eminent domain, when you shut down the steel mills and you killed Black Wall Street, when you killed the Tuskegee Airmen, and when you bombed Black Wall Street, when you bombed the MOVE movement, when you poisoned the Black Panthers and you destroyed Malcolm X and you destroyed Martin Luther King, those was our real food, called spiritual food. You niggas are horrible. You're so blind to yeah, I got to go to work. Yeah, I go to work. Fuck out of here. We had a civilization that was our own, that yes, that wasn't work. That was taking care of our civilization. Now, if you go to work, you're going against your civilization. That's why it's called being self-made. Creating your own business. So yes, create your own business. We're going to go work for another motherfucker? Never. Never. This is a sad day. It's a very sad day. Because what they're doing is like Israel wants to wipe out Palestinians. Just like Israel wanted to wipe out the true Hebrews of the scriptures. Same thing with America, want to wipe out the physical land possession of our people. They already taken the spiritual land and the spiritual ID. Now they're going to take the physical land ID. And they use that energy of anger, hate, and all that, and put us in prisons and have us kill each other. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, saying, hold up. You got a birth. You took a footprint at birth. We're born in your hospitals. We pay for that. Your doctors, we pay for that. Your nurses, we pay for that. The blood tests, we pay for that when we have children in their hospitals. We didn't have that problem when we had babies at home. When we had midwives at home. We didn't have that problem. Shalom, shalom, peace and greetings, bro. I'm making a video.
Peace and greetings, my brother. I didn't hear from your mother this morning. Is she okay?
Yeah, she cool. But right now, I'm making a video on Facebook. You're more than welcome. It's about the food stamps not being here and how people don't realize and forgot history. The fact that when you're born, you're on a birth certificate, footprint, your blood's drawn. And you become a meal ticket. And they see you out in the world and say, nigga, fly.
Mm-hmm.
Then the nigga baby goes to school and he's the best in his class and they call him retarded.
Mm-hmm.
And so they send him to another school, but he's too black because he's too smart for our kind, so he's still retarded.
And then they put him on drugs because
I was getting to that. So he goes to school and goes to college. And he learns how to drink with their rejects. And he gets on drugs in college.
He gets on drugs in elementary school.
That too. Whatever the case may be.
Utilize him before he has a chance.
That part.
But I don't do the Facebook, but I could chime in the background, but I don't do that Facebook shit.
Well, no, the thing is, it's the message. This is the part on my Facebook page and the friends that we collect through energy and frequency. We all on the same page of learning and educating everybody else on our pages.
Right.
So,
I don't do the Facebook shit. I don't do it at all.
Yeah. Our platform is strictly Well, that's cool. That's why the planet got us. That's why the creator got people like myself and I'm an audience of them. They're audience of myself. That we go ahead and take the scholarship a little further. We'll push the boundaries to the scholarship. We'll take the scholarship no matter where it's at. To the crack house, the outhouse, to the presidency, no matter where. It's universal truth and it's applicable for everybody.
Yeah, right. And Facebook is the venue. Because Big Brother's the all-seeing eye.
That's right. And when we found out about Big Brother, right? At all heart, he don't mind you telling the truth. But if you try to get bigger than him, but while telling the truth, he ain't gonna have that. You can't be egotistical more than him and tell the truth. That doesn't work like that.
Yeah. You can't expose, you can't undermine his strategy.
And be guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be corrupt.
And if you tell the truth, you're undermining his strategy.
But this is what we learned though. Back to the food stamp thing. We as humanity, manhood, womanhood, and childhood, not male, female, and kids and shit. That I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's the animal world.
Exactly. So we're talking about manhood, childhood, and womanhood, also called neighborhood.
Yeah, the childhood is in the animal world. It's a crown on top of your head.
Well,
men, women, boys, and girls. That's what it is.
Well, some priests wear hoods. Some wear hats. It depends on your culture. Not so much as your religion. Me, I wear hoods.
What did I say? I said men, women, but I said boys and girls. But no, that's in the animal world. Men, women, sons, and daughters. That's the ticket.
Okay, that sounds awesome too. Yeah. If that was to be the language of the absolute, then yeah, that would chime in on the language of absolute.
Properly define what we are. Like we be using these words and mixing ourselves up.
That part. But the root of the video, because I wasn't gonna make that long anyway, was that it's sad and it's sickening that the people who saying that you've been living off of Section 8 and government food stands for 15, 20 years, and the point is this. 100 years ago, it wouldn't have been like that today had they not did us financially and pencil whipped the fuck out of us. Had they not destroyed the MOVE movement, 1985, had they not killed Malcolm X, had they not killed the dreams of our predecessors, then yeah, we would have had our own food system and our own farming system and things like that. So they changed the food stamps to the thing called SNAP benefits, because they knew that once they cut that funding off, that people was gonna snap out. All in the language. But when you hear this, okay, people complain that why people been on Section 8 for so long and food stamps, they owe us that anyway.
Right.
That's at least the state of Pennsylvania or the state of Florida or any state in America can do when you know you're literally sucking the blood and the nectar out of a nation of people.
Yes.
Just to keep it simple. Now,
Yeah.
now if you put now anybody can pour in their color of interest in it, whether it's religion, fat, skinny, all right, but still, you're being ciphered before
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
before
At
you,
the end of the day,
yeah,
if you're black or white or brown or red or yellow or vanilla or caramel or whatever, you know, the bottom line is you're a man or you're a woman, you're a son or you're a daughter, and these motherfuckers owe you everything because
exactly,
they monetize your soul.
exactly. When they give you that footprint as a baby,
From the beginning, they monetized it.
look,
They
look,
make billions of dollars on it.
it's like this. Soon as you came out the ship, which is your mother's belly, and that water broke, and your foot touched land, which was this earth, they put you on a piece of paper before they even put you on this earth.
Yep.
And this is what's sad when I'm hearing people say, "Well, I've never got stance in the first place." And da. Well, okay. It sucks to be you, because you had to work that much harder to get a potato. I mean, because I was like that years, like when I was much younger, like, man, you know, no food stamps and that. Until I did history of why our people could never get no further than where they at. I'm looking at Lincoln Avenue where my family have damn their own, and I'm like, why can't y'all do anything with it? Because some politician or something is not letting them do what they really want to do with it.
People have chose no responsibility over responsibility.
Yeah.
People have chosen laziness over work production. That's the problem. Like I look at these people who are wage slaves. They think they free, but we're all slaves to the wage. The universal crack. A Federal Reserve note. A quarter. A penny.
And what's funny is they print that paper at will.
Yes.
They wake up one day, we're going to print 1 trillion today.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It
might cost them 5 pennies for one note. It might not even cost them 5 pennies to produce one note.
It don't cost them. It don't cost them 5 pennies.
And they produce $1,000 bill.
They're not worried about nothing tangible. They worried about losing their spiritual power behind that money, behind that paper.
Talk about spiritual power. They care about controlling the necessities
Once again,
to sustain human life.
Once again, without controlling the spirit, you can have no monetary system.
Spirit.
Yes, spirit.
Is nothing. Spirit is nothing. Spirit is nothing.
Okay. Hey, listen. This is what we don't do. People have their own frequency. Like there's a volume on the TV remote control.
Yeah.
And people only can have the experience of the spirit according to their volume of interaction with said spirit. So people who've never had an actual interaction with said spirit, they don't believe it don't exist. So it's cool. Just like a person might not believe you take that first crack hit, you ain't gonna get addicted. Or if you touch that stove, it's hot. So until you have that actual experience We never go back and forth.
Let's get
We,
back
we
to
just we just let them we just let them have their experience and enjoy it with them.
we got to get out of the metaphysical and deal with the tangible, the concrete.
Well, here's
you can't deal in the metaphysical until you can deal with concrete reality right here in the third dimension of time.
Exactly. So, but here's the whole nature of the video, right? What I was making. See, the spirit behind the facts is this: of the food stamps in Section 8. The Democrats and other people had sympathy, even though they were stealing chunks of money, that, hey, we know we're robbing you of your ancestral culture and land. We know we got our bank in Europe, so can't nobody touch it here in the United States. We know that we use the United States as a pistol or a gun against all our enemies, as long as you stay ignorant or stay not claiming your land, as long as you stay confused. These are all ancient writings. So what they did is they took the spirit of the people and reclassified it to something. Everybody complained about being Jesus, like you and me say, salami and bacon. You know what I mean? So all those have a frequency / spirit / a roar to them that people gravitate to, that you get to observe and say, okay, this is what this does. This is what that spirit does and that spirit does. We ain't talking about the Holy Ghost shit. That's a ghost is when the physical dies in the dust of it, the energetic dust of it. Because there's science about that. That stays behind. I even got photos of it, of what it looks like. But the food stamp thing in the Section 8 is like we agreed to, that they owe the so-called black woman and black man and their daughters and sons that those food stamps and housing, if you're going to survive in America the way you are, and your politics is going to run the way it is. You know what I'm saying? It has to be like that. That's the only right thing to do. I'm a hard working man just like the next person. You know, I like a working woman and family working and stuff like the next person. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And the people that's crying about the food stamps in Section 8 is really the spirit of their ancestors. Saying, I died so my family can eat. We had farms so my family can eat. Y'all turned our farms into pathways and rivers. Y'all flooded our communities when we was growing food. But by y'all flooding our communities and building over our church, over our temples, and over our burial grounds, that y'all felt some sympathy to give us food stamps. So now we're worthy of not being fed now? So what you gonna do with y'all doing in Palestine? Kill us all? Because they did say the black.
Exactly.
Yeah, because what they did say. I'm getting to that. We're getting to that part is now. I'm saying Israel Palestine is starting to happen here in America with us, because in order for Israel to survive, they need for the history of the Hebrews to be wiped out, and in order for America to survive, they need the so-called black man and black woman to be wiped out. So these two stories don't match up in the next 100 years.
Right.
They have to stop their information. Come on, I'm listening now.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That was the whole purpose of Global 2000, the King Alfred Plan of 1954, the New Deal of 1933, the creation of the Israeli, so-called Israel state in 1917 with the Balfour Agreement. Since the creature come out of the cave that we want to reproduce with, that has been the plan. don't get it. I think we just don't get it.
And this is the purpose of today's conversation. I'm doing it every other morning, called Morning Monkeys and Parrots, where we put things like this together and say, hey, have you considered this? That they owe you more than just some food stamps to those that don't get them and blah, blah, blah. Because you ain't get, just because they're not getting, because they're not drinking from the well of their ancestors' hard work, no matter how it trickles. But when the faucet really opened up and you can't get none, they can't get upset.
Yeah, because like 10 years within the next 10 years, what we carry around in our pockets, quarters, nickels, dimes, dollars, it won't be no more.
Like the guy told Lazarus, can I get a drop on my tongue? It's hot where I'm at. Or can I get 1 minute to go back and warn the people that I love? Nope.
And nope, not a second.
And that's one of those times right now.
Not a nanosecond.
We're getting our drop of food. We're getting our drop of income. We're getting our drop of housing until the floodgates come open. Because those who's responsible with the shit shall get more. That's a universal law and a prophecy of many writings. You're responsible with little, you'll get more. And this is what this is. Who's responsible?
Who's responsible? Who are the guardians? Who are on the side of the good creator? But they're bad ones too.
That's why there's a word called inevitable. If you can't name it, you have to experience the goodness and taste that it's good. It's the only way you're going to say that it's good, because you have the experience and taste it.
Bad.
You know? Only the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Hence the food stamp. I remember, I think I lived for 5 years doing my side jobs and getting $100, I think $200 a month in food stamps. Man, that kept the paper balanced. And I thought about that. I said, well, my ancestors died for this shit. Because I felt the same way. I don't need no government handout. I'm like, shit. Many people didn't get murdered.
Yeah, well, the government was, ain't no damn handout. These motherfuckers are debtors. They owe every
exactly
man, son, and daughter. It ain't no
food stamps is part of the debt they owe and Section 8 housing. So it's time to pay that debt.
The society that a man created government to be a benefit for man. That's why he created it. To be a benefit for man.
Because it was crazy when I first found out when they changed the paper stamps to a card and then named it Pilot. I mean, Pilot or something like that. Compass. I said, oh shit. It went from food stamp, card, compass, now Snap. I said, something about to happen. They about to cut the system. It's in the language though. I was watching it in the language. It went from food stamp to paying our debt to society that we were robbing from, to we had to accomplish this stuff, to now we're just going to snap it.
Snap it. Snap it in half.
Uh-huh.
Snap it off.
Yup. It's in the language.
Snap.
And now we have a society and culture that speaks abbreviations.
Yeah. And the band plays on.
Yeah. Band plays on. So even in that small truth right there, that's current event, even proves that dumbing down our communities, dumbing down our school systems, dumbing down access to better information,
Yeah.
dumbing down our access to engineering schools like every other nation. Because the black community is the only community that doesn't have school, that go to engineering schools before 12th grade. Only once. I did the research. Now up in the Hill District, they're starting that. Yeah, on the Hill District, they're starting the engineering thing.
You know what the funny thing about that is?
What's that?
Westinghouse High School in Homewood used to be the only high school in the country, in all 50 states, used to be the only one that had a science and mathematics program. Skills, crafts, and trades. But when it was created, it was all pale folks here. There wasn't no dark-skinned folks here at one time. None. Zero. Except for the ones who worked in the houses as maids and butlers and shit like that. When America was great, when the pale man didn't have to work, didn't have to sweat.
So being as it may, back to the original thing about the food stamps to SNAP benefits, is that we had this in our neighborhood, we had this school, we had this going on, and now somehow it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's just a case. That's just a case in point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it goes back to people choosing selfishness over unselfishness. The individual pursuit of happiness over the collective pursuit of happiness. Your responsibility over responsibility. That's when it's got lost.
I can hear you. Grab some water from my machine real quick. Go ahead. I'm listening. I can hear you.
Yeah, that's when all the shit got lost. The motherfuckers chose to made bad judgment call. I want to be irresponsible. Fuck responsibility. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Yeah. It's songs in the key of life.
Yeah.
Everything we talk about, there's a song about it.
Absolutely. That's why we deal in frequencies and vibrations. And put in a thing they call earth tone, skin color, and the sound. Then there's a word. Oh man, let me look at my phone so I can find this word real quick. Cause I was doing a thing with people about scientifically and even metaphysically, atomically. There's no such thing as a black or a white man.
Correct.
And it's called earth tone. And there's a global and a universal color system and color chart of all the earth tone colors. And not one is black and black or white. But I said that to say this to mention, hope I can find it.
Malachi Z. York.
It's tongue. Shit. No, I'm saying it. Oh man, what is the word?
It's a Malachi Z. York talks about it.
Well, that's how I met Minister Barry Houston through the Nation of Islam by Imam by the name of Ibn Muhammad Bilal. And he's the one that gave me the 10 what's that book called? Not the 10 Commandments, but the 10 something. He had a blue, a red, and a green book. The tablets, the holy tablets by Dr. Malachi York.
The emerald,
the holy tablets.
Holy tablets, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was in the house. It was called the Pisces movement in California. Minister Barry Houston from the House of Sankofa, from Nation of Islam was Imam Ibn Bilal Muhammad. Black Panther movement. I forget the one guy's name who created the Pisces program in Oakland, California. We was all sitting there, and that's how I met them guys. Met them guys, and because I was already studied under the Moore Science Temple as well. I had a cousin El Coleman Bay. Exactly, Mecca, for Dr. York, for sure. But like we share with other people, we don't get into any messenger's personal life. We pass on the message. Cause hey, God forbid I ever get caught doing something. I had a brain fart or a manhood fart. We all get them glitches, and we don't ever know. Well, back to the earth tone and the rhythm and frequencies, and that's what I meant by the spirit and the vibration and stuff. That with this snap benefits and things like that, those that really know and hear the message of our ancestors, the message is that our identity has been swapped. We've been told false things. We've been removed from our inner identity, and somebody has replaced themselves with our identity. And so, yes, you do owe us housing. Yes, you do owe us food stamps. You might not owe us a job because we're creative by nature. We are the image of our creator. So that's why we create something out of nothing. Because I'm one man, and my community, the family, friends and enemies, and even myself creates nothing out of something. And I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? Yeah,
nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you want to be with me.
And that was the messed up part about the song is, I was born with nothing. When I die, I ain't gonna have nothing. But in between, I can create and share my creativity. And that's and when you look at it from a God perspective, yeah, from their creativity or maliciousness and stuff, it is at most best for them to put that money back, whether Republican, the Democrat.
Did you see this YouTube piece where it says black man destroys white journalists with facts they can't deny? White people are not indigenous to America.
Oh, that part. Sister Mecca, yeah. Dr. York, along with Noble Drew Ali. Noble Drew Ali is not in the class of Brother Malachi York. No, you